Sitting here with Brian O'Connor, a little bit of a homecoming for him, coming back to Notre Dame, of course. Pitching coach, associate head coach on the 2002 Notre Dame team that went to Omaha College World Series. And first, coach, just how was the return back? I know you've been back periodically, right? Maybe for a football game or something here or there, but coming back to X Stadium and playing 3 games.
This was certainly a special weekend, first for our team, where we're at in this point of the season. For us to be able to come here and win 3 ball games is a really great accomplishment for us. It's the first time we've swept in the league this year, and for me personally, it's always great being back here. Spending 9 years here. My first 2 children, my wife and I's first 2 children are born here. Notre Dame's always been a special place for us. We're very, very fond of the 9 years that we spent here, and I love what the university stands for, and have so many friends, still here that work in the athletic department or live here in town, and it's just a great trip back.
Kind of your thoughts on the frustrations and the previous weeks and some things you guys maybe corrected this week.
Previous weeks in the ACC, certainly we've played good clubs, but we just haven't been consistent. We've either gotten really good pitching in a particular game and haven't gotten a lot of offense. And I felt this weekend was the first time we really put it together on both sides for the entire weekend. So it was good to see. Certainly, the expectations in our program are so high from not only within our program but also from a national perspective. And we've been a little bit of banged up, and we've had to spend some time getting some young guys some experience and them learning what to expect at this level of college baseball. And I think our guys have improved and gotten better, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we handle moving forward. The weather has impacted all of college baseball this year. It's one of those rare, unique years that it's impacted so many teams and so many games. Our first 3 weekends on the road that we were scheduled to play in Charlottesville, we had to move all those series, 2 of them to the state of South Carolina, 1 to Cary, North Carolina. And so, certainly that was an adjustment, frustration. There has been a lot of talk about, moving the season back. I'm not sure what the answer is there. There's got a lot that's got to be, looked into. Certainly, the rise of college baseball, the bigger stadiums have been built, fan bases have really improved over the last 10 or 20 years. So it's something that we certainly have to look at from, a revenue standpoint. If we were able to push our season back a little bit all across the country, it could really impact attendance and really make a difference for us. All weekend here, the elements were not good, but they don't put an asterisk by these games, that the weather is below 40 degrees. They still count the same, and I'm proud of our guys that we fought and battled and executed and found a way to get the job done. We're fortunate that we return 2 out of our 3 top starters from last year in Brandon Waddell and Nathan Kirby, and they've done a nice job. And our number 2 starter from last year, Josh Spores, we've moved him into the closer role. So certainly when you have the 3 guys back that have the 3 most innings, it can make a difference on the consistency of what you're doing from your pitching staff standpoint. And we've always prided ourselves in having really good pitching, deep pitching, and I think this year is certainly the case as well.
Going to Omaha, going to the College World Series is something now that's kind of expected of your program. You've done it several times now, and so what is kind of the carryover? And do you kind of compartmentalize the season at this point and know that, yes, there have been frustrations, but you've got a larger goal at the end of the year?
Well, certainly we're only 25 games, into the season at this point, and we can't get too far ahead of ourselves in order for us to, have opportunities at the end of the year. And we have to play well, certainly from here moving forward, but we've got to get better, and we've just been consumed so far this year with trying to get better. Half of our team is true freshmen, and we're trying to get them experiences, and hopefully by the time the end of the year rolls around, we've got a really good ball club. And certainly expectations year in and year out are for us to potentially go to Omaha and play for a national championship, and this year's no different, and hopefully we can continue to improve. Nathan Kirby's a tremendous talent. He's as talented as anybody we've ever had that's towed the rubber for us, here at Virginia. And he's worked really hard. He did have Laban surgery on his non-throwing shoulder, and that was important to do because he wasn't able to lift weights if we didn't do that. And I think that's made a really big difference in him. I think he's stronger. He's more durable. He's able to last deeper in the ball game. And last year he just had a tremendous breakout season. He's very, very talented, and he's doing a tremendous job this year.